So hello everyone, good afternoon. Uh, we are conducting this webinar today to streamline your professional services business with the Oracle NetSuite Suite-Projects, which helps us in managing the entire process from planning to execution. This webinar is brought to you by Dhruvsoft. We are Oracle NetSuite solution provider partner based out of Hyderabad in India. Today's speakers is myself. I am Sunil Khanna, principal consultant with Dhruvsoft. I come with over 25 plus years of ERP and CRM experience. I have worked with several multinational organizations to streamline their business processes, to do digital transformation for them. The agenda for today's webinar is that we'll start by giving an overview about Dhruvsoft. We'll talk about Oracle NetSuite. We'll cover the challenges that are faced by the professional services companies. And then we'll introduce Suite-Projects, which is the solution from Oracle NetSuite. And we'll talk about the benefits of Suite-Projects for professional services companies. Suite-Projects, when it is used for project planning, project execution, financial management, reporting, analytics, and we'll also see how Suite-Project is used in action. And we'll also talk about the popular integration and briefly touch upon a case study. In the course of this webinar, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask those questions in the Q&A box. We'll be taking up the question and answers at the end of this webinar. If you have any further questions beyond that, our team will be able to assist you. You can connect with us after the webinar as well. So let's start by knowing a little bit more about Dhruvsoft. We are a company established in 2009, and we are a leading provider of cloud-based solution, and IT consulting services. We work with organizations to implement CRM, ERP, and other cloud-based solutions. And we deliver the end-to-end services. So some of the services that what we do includes doing digital transformation for the organizations. And our solution primarily are based on cloud. So we focus on cloud-based digital transformation. We offer the ERP and CRM consulting services, the entire services, right from implementation to training to support. We deliver the end-to-end solutions. We work with companies in IT, ITS, technology sectors, healthcare, life sciences, real estate, the companies that are into solar, electric vehicles, professional services, and more. And we support businesses of all sizes, all types, right from startups with just 1 or 2 employees to large enterprises with more than 100,000 plus employees. Why you as an organization should work with us is that we have a very customized approach. No customer for us is the same as other customer. We give the solutions that are tailored to your unique business needs. We have proven expertise in the industry with the in our existence of more than 15 years, Dhruvsoft. We have delivered more than 500 plus successful projects. We provide end-to-end support, so we just not only implement for you. We beyond that, we provide the support for your entire digital journey. And we have a commitment to growth in your digital transformation business. So if you look at the services that we offer at Dhruvsoft, our services include the consulting services, whether it's providing IT related consulting, working with you on your technical architecture, the assessment of your current systems, evaluating different products for you, whether it's CRM products or ERP products, evaluating those products with you, digital transformation the artificial intelligence consulting. This is these are the areas where we do provide consulting. In terms of the ERP and CRM, we provide implementation quick start services where you can very quickly start with the product or some CRM or ERP product. We provide the migration services, the integration services, managed support, optimization, and dedicated resources. The processes that we typically handle in our implementations include lead to inquiry, inquiry to order process, where an inquiry is converted into an order. The process from the when you receive an order till the time you generate cash out of it, actually the order to cash process, or it's the supplier side P2P or procure to pay process, or on the finance side we have record to report process. The entire supply chain, manufacturing, or any kind of custom process, we have capability to handle these processes for you. Some of the key partnerships that we have includes the partnership with Salesforce, which is a partnership we have since 2010. Oracle NetSuite, a partnership of more than 8 years. Zoho, another partnership of more than 10 years. MuleSoft, Celigo, which are integration platforms, Google, AWS. So these are some of the partnership that we have. Once again, I want to remind everyone, in case you have any questions, please do write in the Q&A box here. Let me talk about now and introduce the NetSuite to you. So Oracle NetSuite is a company from Oracle, which is the #1 cloud-based ERP system. It is trusted by more than 36,000 plus organizations. And it's a comprehensive ERP in the cloud. I mean, it offers all the modules, including financial orders, whether it's like, you talk of order to cash, procure to pay, and entire cycle, supply chain, manufacturing, entire cycle is there. So it's a very comprehensive ERP. Because it's in the cloud, everything is there. So you get the real-time insights. You don't have to wait for one day or something like the traditional ERPs to get your real-time dashboards or real-time reports. So it provides you the real-time insights, and it's a solution which is scalable for growth. You can start with as little as 1 to 5 users and scale up to thousands of users or hundred thousands of users actually. So you can scale for growth. And not only this, like if you want to scale across different countries, you start in one country, one subsidiary, and you add more subsidiaries. So you can, it's a highly scalable solution. And it offers tailored solution with the help of, its Suite Success platform, which are the solutions for different industries like retail, wholesale, distribution, or manufacturing. As a unified platform, unlike silos which are there, like a different CRM, a different ERP, different SCM. This is everything is in one unified platform, what we talk about here. And then when we are talking here about also the cloud native. This is a solution which is which is cloud native. That means it's born in the cloud. So it's not something which is converted into cloud. So the efficiency of such system is much better than the solutions that are actually just hosted in the cloud. Actually, like some of the competitors, they take their regular product, host it in the cloud, and say that now it's in the cloud. No, that's not what we are looking at. This is a solution which was designed bottom up from like in the cloud actually. And we get continuous innovation from NetSuite. You get two releases without any additional charges to you, automatic upgrades. So everybody in the world, whichever customers are there currently, are on the same version of Oracle NetSuite. Unlike some of the competitors wherein upgrades itself are a major project, they're like an implementation project. So every 5 to 10 years, when they move from one version to the next version, you will have to re-implement your system, which is not the case with Oracle NetSuite. And last but not the least, the Oracle NetSuite solution is trusted by some of the well-known leaders in the in the world. Actually, some of the very large companies use it. I will be talking about that in one of the next slide. Let me talk about these challenges in detail. I'll start with the resource allocation. So as you know, whenever you're working in a professional services company, you have different projects, you have resources, you have to allocate those resources to those particular projects. And one of the major challenge is finding out the right resource at the right time and allocate that particular resource to the project is very, very important. So resource allocation is something which is very complex, especially if you are a large organization. And Oracle NetSuite Suite-Projects basically helps you with that. I will be talking about that, but let's first talk about the challenges that are there actually. So resource allocation becomes like a mind-boggling kind of activity for the services companies. The other challenge that these companies face actually is the project planning and tracking. So you will have to track and plan your project. There has to be a centralized system where you can plan the complete project and track. Actually, you can break down the project into different milestones, different tasks, and you want to execute those tasks. So that project planning and tracking is something that is a major challenge for the services companies. This is followed by time and expense management. Your resources spend time onto different projects. Are you able to bill those the time that they're spending actually to your clients or not? There is a challenge of inconsistent tracking of the billable hours. This is one some of the common complaints that your customers might be coming, that this timesheet is not correct, this expense is not correct. So this is where like sometimes your resources miss out also on some time and the expense, and this leakage will lead to the revenue leakage. So this is another challenge that we have. The next challenge that we have is with respect to the revenue recognitions. Now, there are different revenue recognition standards, and you will have to maintain the compliance with them actually. And when this comes into picture, for example, you have entered into annual maintenance contract with a customer where the customer has paid you for the whole year, but you are providing the service over this entire year actually. So you can't recognize that revenue immediately when you receive the payment in advance. You will have to recognize that revenue over a period of time when you're providing the service or as you're utilizing the number of hours. So revenue recognition and compliance is one very important factor for the organizations. And this is another challenge that they face with the traditional ERP. This becomes very, very difficult. Let us now look at the client expectations and communications. These days, with the advent of technology, the client expectations have shot up. And there is like a challenge of communication with them. There is poor communication. With the help of good communication, your clients will be happy. But the client expectation or challenges cause the issues of client dissatisfaction. There is a challenge of financial visibility. If we ask you tell me what is the profitability of a project A or a project B, how well you will be able to tell me actually this particular project is giving me this much profit. So that kind of financial visibility at a very, very granular level is something which is not available with the professional services companies right now. There are scalability issues. When we look at the current solutions, they are not able to scale up. If you are using solution like QuickBooks or Zoho Books or Tally, these solutions cannot scale up as your organization is going. These are the solutions that were good when you were a 100 people organization or a 200 people organization. But now, when you are a 2,000 or a 20,000 resource organization, these solutions will not help you, and these solutions will not be scalable. And last but not least, any solution when you're using requires that your team should be able to collaborate, and not only within your department but across different departments. So there are no information silos which are there actually. And an effective collaboration helps you, execute the entire life cycle of your professional service very, very effectively. But this kind of collaboration is not possible with the current systems that professional services companies have. So that is where we would like to introduce something called Suite-Projects. Suite-Projects is one of the leading professional services automation solution. It is a part of NetSuite cloud-based ERP ecosystem. It's one of the module that they have. It is designed to streamline the entire project planning, project execution, financial management related to project, entire process it can handle actually. If you look at the core modules of Suite-Projects, they include a module which is for project management, where you can create a project, you can assign different milestones to project, you can plan that project completely with different tasks. So the entire project management, and you can define what is the type of project actually, whether it's a T&M project or fixed bid project, you can define all that actually, and you can do your billing and invoicing on the basis of that. On the other hand, this is a module which is for resource management, where you can create your resources, whether they are your employees or they are external employees. You can add them as resources, you can allocate those resources to different projects, you can give access to these resources to report their time, whether it's on a daily time sheet or a weekly time sheet. They can log their time against that particular project, different tasks, and based on that, you can bill your customers. The resources can also track their time and expense. So not only the time sheet that they are reporting, they can also do the expense tracking in case they are spending some money for travel, they're spending some money for purchasing any equipment or any kind of other product for the project. They can bill that as an expense. And finally, it has its own analytics and reporting module. So these are different modules that we have in Suite-Projects. Now, having introduced Suite-Project to you, let us talk about what are the benefits that Suite-Projects brings on the table for any professional services company. So let's talk about that. So when we talk of benefits of Suite-Projects for professional services companies, one of the major benefit that we get is the centralized project management. You can manage your company's entire projects, all projects from one single platform. You can drill down from the top to bottom, and you can see for each client which are the projects running, what is the current status of that particular, the projects related to one client, and is there a project which is delayed or is a project which is in green or in red. You will be able to see that. So a centralized project management solution comes with NetSuite in a single platform, and it gives you a real-time visibility. So whatever dashboard reports that we have, project related progress, what is happening, budgets, the actual versus budgets, you can see everything is real time. You can see that in real time actually as it is happening. The Suite-Projects helps with enhanced utilization of resources. One of the major challenge, as I mentioned, for the professional services companies is that the resource utilization is much less. They sometimes only are able to utilize a resource to 50 to 60%. But with the help of Suite-Projects, you can increase this utilization right up to 80, 90, or even 100%. So you can optimize the resource utilization. You can ensure that team members are effectively utilized into different projects actually. The NetSuite Suite-Projects offers us a streamlined financial management with the help of its features, which are like automated billing. It gives you revenue recognition features, the expense management features, and it helps you with do all of this with great accuracy and with the compliance standards that you are expecting. The other important benefits that NetSuite brings to you include the collaboration. So it breaks down all the silos that you have, and it basically brings you an integrated communication. So it has its own tools which can help you share documents, which can help collaborate with the team, and the collaboration across different teams is much better actually. NetSuite Suite-Projects is used by organizations with as little as 5 employees right up to 50,000 or 100,000 employees actually. So it is highly scalable. Whether you're handling 1 or 2 projects or you're handling thousands of projects, it basically adapts seamlessly to your business and expands as your business grows actually. Helps you with data-driven decision making. You can leverage the actionable insights that NetSuite can give you and use them to improve your project outcomes. And finally, all of this can help you increase your client satisfaction. So you can deliver to your clients on time, within the budget. You can exceed their expectations. So this is basically a summary of NetSuite Suite-Projects for the professional services organizations. Let's now talk about the Suite-Project for project planning. So how Suite-Projects helps in terms of the project planning. Basically, it helps you with the project initiation and scoping tools. So there are tools that help you start a project, wherein you can do the scoping, you can propose to customer based on that. It can help you with the resource planning, allocation of the resources. It can see what resources you have. It can look for the skills, and according to skills, it can assign the resources. You can assign the tasks to individual resources. You can manage the dependencies of the tasks. You have the capability of integration with different type of calendars, and you can schedule it from here. You have collaboration tool for both internal stakeholders as well as client side external stakeholders or your partners who provide resources to you. So these are some of the features that we have in NetSuite, project planning, and this slides actually shows you the individual features within project management. You have project initiation feature. You can, once you have created a project, you can allocate the resources, and then you can assign the resources specific tasks. Resources can then log the time actually and expense against that particular tasks. As a project manager, you can monitor the project actually, and at a recurring interval, if it's a monthly billing or if it's a milestone based billing, you can do project billing. And in case you do job costing or project budgeting, you can even do that with the help of this, and you can finally close the project. Here, as you can see, this slide shows the planning and allocation feature within Oracle NetSuite. This image actually shows that, where you have different resources, and you can see what is the number of hours that are available for each of the resource, what percentage of time this particular resource is available. You are able to see that as well here actually. And you can also see whether they are allocated as a soft or hard resource. That means if it is soft, you can allocate them to another project also. So this is what the first feature that we are talking about, the project planning actually. Something more about project planning, let's talk. When we are looking at resource allocation features, again, you can see you have different resources here, and you can also see whether they are your employees or they are vendor type of resource, what type of resource they are, and you can see according to the months how they are allocated, and you can see if somebody is over allocated or they are allocated some specific percentage on these months. So based on this, you can allocate them more tasks, you can see actually. And similarly, here you can see the allocation as a Gantt chart as well actually, in which of the month how much allocation is there. You can see that as a graph as well. Here, as you can see, when you look at task assignment and dependency management, so we have a particular task actually, and we can look at the resources which are there, and we can see what how we can allocate them actually. So you can manage the dependencies basically of particular task. Who are the dependent resources actually? We can manage that. We can have work calendars basically. Different calendars can be there, and that can be defined according to the resource, and we can assign those work calendars to different resources. So these are some of the features that are available in Suite-Projects that can be used. Let us now look at how Suite-Project helps in terms of the project execution. So you have planned your project, you have allocated your resources to the project. The resources are now even recording their time and expenses against those projects. So let us talk about how it helps in project execution, where you can do real-time tracking of project milestones and deliverables. You can see like, okay, these are my milestones, whether I have completed them or not. You can track that. You can have automated workflows to ensure that there is least amount of manual intervention. There is time and expense tracking. There is mobile-friendly interfaces which are there during project execution that help your team to record time actually. And it supports for both agile as well as waterfall methodologies. So this is an example which I wanted to show you is about real-time tracking of the project milestones and deliverables. So we are talking here of a particular project task, and we are seeing whether the task is completed or not actually. What are the planned amount of work hours, like, and what percentage of task is, done, etc. You can track from there actually. You can define your own automated workflows, from the for the project execution. So right from the time, like, a sales person basically have an opportunity closed, a sales order is created. You can create a project and you allocate the resource to a task is just created about for the project. Different timesheets that are filled up actually. Timesheet is submitted for approval for the customer. It is approved or rejected, and then based on the customer approval, you can generate the invoices and customer can pay to you. So this cycle can be entirely, handled into this, or otherwise, like if it is not a timesheet based project, which is like more of a milestone based project. So the moment the milestone is complete, you can invoice for that. So you can have your different automated workflows created in this. We have time and expense management available for accurate tracking, wherein the time can be reported by your users. They can also report the expenses that they are doing actually. So any kind of expenses that they are doing can be reported as an expense report. What's most important here is that your employees can actually record all this while on the go. There is a mobile app which is, which will help them take image of their expenses and just record those expenses actually, and they can track different time entries on the mobile itself actually. They don't need to log into NetSuite in a laptop or a desktop. So let's now talk about some of the features that we have for financial management. So NetSuite offers seamless integration with its own ERP for financials. It's on the same platform actually. So Suite-Projects is integrated with ERP for financials. All the transactions that you're doing in Suite-Projects are actually creating your financial entries. You have automated billing workflows based on the milestone, time and material. It helps you with different standards of revenue compliance, whether it's ASC 606 or IFRS 15, it helps you with that kind of compliance. You can do budget tracking and profitability analysis right from this system itself. And with the help of Oracle NetSuite, you get the seamless integration for financials actually. Within Oracle NetSuite, you can do those financials, or if required, you can even integrate with an external financial systems. That is also possible. Within NetSuite, when you look at, you can have an automated billing workflow, which is based on either milestone or time-based time and material kind of model actually. And the moment a particular financial workflow starts, you can go for an approval, and then once it is approved, it goes for the invoicing and payments. That kind of workflow is possible here. For revenue recognition, you have revenue accounting automated process that can be enabled in this. So you have this model of revenue arrangement elements and allocation of revenue across elements. So this can be used according to the standards which you have. In terms of the financial budget tracking, you can have your budget across different time periods. Like for each month you have budget which can be specified, and you can track your budget with the actual amount, the committed revenue which is there, or recognized revenue which is there. So you can see the variance against that actually budget. Now let's talk about some of the reporting and analytics features that Suite-Projects brings on the table. We have a very good set of pre-built reports, dashboards that can help you track your project's performance. Some of the key metrics that NetSuite Suite-Projects can actually help you with includes the resource utilization. One of the very, very important metrics actually for your projects. I mean, we have seen companies wherein they have noticed that resources are only utilized for 30 to 40%. So that is one very important report that can help you. The profitability for a project. A lot of times we see that 80% of the profitability that we are getting currently comes from 20% of the projects, which is something, if you know, then you can try to get rid of non-profitable project and first focus on the profitable projects. And also help you, reports that can help you with on-time delivery rates. There are customizable analytics which you can use to generate your specific, according to your specific business need. You can create the reports or dashboards. This is an example of a dashboard in NetSuite Suite-Projects. You can have different type of KPIs that can be specified. You can have different type of graphs, charts. Actually, it's an example dashboard that we have. If you look at the different type of reports, pre-built reports which are there actually, so whether it's a project cost budget versus actual, or project billing budget versus actual, the task-based cost budget versus actual, task-based billing versus actual, project profitability report or charges report, different type of project-based reports that are available. Similarly, we have time and billable kind of reports that are there, like what is the unbilled cost or unbilled time to the customer, or project billing report, the report of time which is by the employee, by the customer, by the item. So there are a host of reports that are available actually in this. And then you have customizable reports, an example of a customizable report here that we have. Now we have seen some of the important features. If you look at the entire cycle of a process for a professional services company, the end-to-end process, NetSuite Suite-Projects help you. This is the kind of recap which I'm telling you. So it helps you with starting with project creation, planning for the project. Then it helps you with assigning the resources that you have, setting the timelines for those resources. It helps you with monitoring the progress of the project, and it helps you with time tracking, expense management, and invoicing and revenue recognition. So it is basically helping the entire life cycle of for a professional services company, from the time you plan till the time you finish your execution. So that's Oracle NetSuite Suite-Project for you. Let's now talk about some of the popular integrations that Suite-Project offers. These integration help you bridge the gap with some of the other systems. Starting with the CRM tools, we have integrations available with Salesforce CRM, HubSpot CRM. Salesforce is one of the very popular integration with Oracle NetSuite, where the entire sales cycle is handled in Salesforce. And on the other side, your from the time that our order is received, the project is created, the cycle is handled in Oracle NetSuite. On the other side, like the productivity tools, whether you talk of Google Apps or Google Workplace or Office 365, we have integrations available for these tools. There are integrations that are even available for task management tools like Jira, Trello, or Asana, and workforce management tools like ADP, Bamboo HR, Workday. So finally, task management tools, like, a lot of companies still would be interested in using Jira to track their boards. So, and in that case, like, they can use Oracle NetSuite along with Jira. And when we say workforce management for your entire human resources, you can use the solution like ADP, Bamboo HR, or Workday that can help you like integrate so that the resource payments can be based on the number of hours they have built in the NetSuite. That can be done. Alternatively, like, you can also sync the resource master, or employee master from these systems into NetSuite. So those are some of the popular integrations that we have.